Hi all. Yeah, this is Asif Ibrahim and wish you a very happy Navratri to each one and every one of you. So today, actually Navratri 9 days, so we can have there are 9 elements which we can take control of. We'll wait for some time for people to join in, and Elroy would be sharing this link at Learners Conclave and other groups. Hi sir, how are you? So we'll wait for 3-4 minutes more, and we will start. I will be sharing all my personal experiences, so that wherever I have failed, or I've got some lessons of life. I don't want people to face the same challenges. Maybe I took 5 years to reach where I reached right now, but I personally feel is like you could reach this in another 2 years or something, 2-3 years extra, which I spent, which I don't want people to go through those challenges. That's the reason I share my knowledge with everyone. Hi Vinod. Vinod is my childhood friend. Yeah. So thank you, sir. So happy Navaratri to everyone. So let's start. Slowly we'll talk about the 9 elements which I was talking about, which every day, or one should take care of it, and it will really help everyone, especially in training industry, to have a huge training business. The first thing, okay, the first element is personally I feel is mindset. Why I say this mindset? In fact, out of 100%, if I have to give percentage wise, I would say 90% will be the mindset part. Everything is about mindset. You have to have the right mindset. Everyone vibrates at a frequency. People who don't have a right mindset, they vibrate at a lower frequency, where you don't attract anything. People who have the right mindset, they will vibrate at a higher frequency, wherein you attract whatever you want. The mindset of a trainer, what does a trainer, what kind of mindset what a trainer should have? One is, first decide whether this is your passion or this is your business. Whether this is your passion or this is your business. Once you say it's my passion only, then you can do anything what you want to do. Even if you impact one person's life now in your entire 30 years of time, that's also good enough, because it's just passion. There's no commercials attached to it, because there is no bread and butter involved in my passion. I love to do, and I love to do. I just want to give it back to society. That's why. Sir, are you able to hear me now? Okay. So first decide whether it is your passion or a profession. If it's your profession, I repeat, if it's your profession, the mindset required is to be, your business should be, you are here to serve your profession, as well as, even for that you are here to serve, but over there you don't require these three. One is impact. Over there only impact is there. Over here profitable in your profession. Third is scalable. I repeat, all leaders, everyone will talk about these things only. Business, training business, impact what you are creating, how much profitable you are, and how scalable you are. First is having that mindset, I'm running a business. If you have that mindset of I'm running a business, what you will do is look into your bank statements. People don't even look into their bank statements last 2 years, 3 years, what happened every month, how they are progressing and everything. If it's your business, look into your bank statements. You will understand how is your growth happening year on year. What's happening around. That's the first, the mindset of an entrepreneur mindset. Business here to serve. That's one part. The first element which I was talking about. The second element is the research part. A lot of people get into the training just because I have good communication skills, I connect well, and I get into training. They don't do the research part of it at all. After coming over here, they decide, यार करना क्या है, अभी बन गया, I've done the trainer, soft skill, behavioral skills, अभी करना क्या है. It's very important to understand the areas which you will be working upon. The research, what I mean by research is which industry, what challenges they are facing, and what solutions you want to provide. What is the total market size? Out of 5 lakh companies, how many companies I'm focusing at? Suppose that's B2B. If you're talking about B2C, then which segment? Entrepreneur, women, kids, parents, which segment I'm talking about? What pain areas I'm talking about? What is the market size? Probably for me it is, suppose out of this 135 crore people, there will be 3 lakh trainers. So I can serve 3 lakh trainers. For whom? For you. Who is? What is the market size available? Do some research or talk to someone, understand the challenges what the target audience of your customers are facing. And then the third one is building a product. Once you have understood this industry, this challenge, or this segment, this challenge, then you will create some product, or in terms of product I mean by services you will create for them, and package that services. I'll give you this. These are my B2B services, these are my B2C services, very clearly defined. Okay, this would be my value offerings to you. Once your product is ready, first I spoke about the mindset. You should have a serving mindset, wherein your in training business it should be impactful, profitable, scalability, all that. Second, we spoke about the research work that needs to be done to understand what is the total playing area for market size available for me and where I need to play. Third is I spoke about the creating the product for this. Once you have created the product as well for your target audience, so I'll give you fourth one is keeping it at a place. Better a website, or suppose you have online modules to Teachable or Udemy, whatever services you want to offer, it's better to keep it on a website. I'll share my example. What I did is when I started 5 years back doing programs for the trainers, it was called as ITC at that point of time, and I used to do workshop for the trainers. So I used to take one workshop at a time. When I started with facilitation, then I'll ask all trainers, do you want to do facilitation? Then few of them used to come, and seats, there will be 20-25 seats, and they used to come for it. And then next workshop, if at all, I take some transaction analysis. When I was talking about transaction analysis, okay, do you want transaction analysis? At that trainer used to come, okay, do you have facilitation programs? No, that is not there right now. Then I used to go with emotional intelligence. Oh, then but what used to happen is it was not clear. Every time I used to go, it's like taking some stuff in your hand, going to the roads and every day and trying and selling something. Rather than what should be done is whatever you want to sell, don't go to roads, keep it on your website. It's like trust and credibility is much more in a shop rather than on roadside. Similarly, if you have a website and your services are clearly defined, the testimonials are there, credentials are there, blogs are there, everything, it's easier for other person to understand you. Okay, these are the services, this is the offerings, this is the cost or whatever. So it's very important to have a place to keep your product and services. The fifth part is marketing. Now that first you have the right mindset, second is you have done enough research, okay, what is the opportunity area for you. Third is you have created a product. Fourth is you have kept your product at one place. Then fifth comes the marketing part. Now that you have a shop, your services are kept in your shop. Now go to the world that there is a shop available over here. There are various ways of doing it. Various ways. Organic, inorganic. Organic means you're not paying anything. Inorganic means you are doing paid marketing. You are doing paid marketing. So it's like organic, inorganic. So first reaching out to the world, writing blogs, writing articles, making videos, connecting one-to-one. There are various ways, and webinars, live sessions, all these are marketing, sharing about your knowledge with the world, reaching out to the world. That's marketing. What happens is when you do enough marketing, okay, marketing is helping the target audience with making decisions. There will be people who will reach out to you after looking at your posts, your blogs, and this that. These are called as leads. That means you have done marketing of whatever programs what you want to sell. Then comes leads. you should be equipped enough to understand how will you close that lead. That is the sales part. The sixth part is the sales part, and it's important for you to understand that you have to close the lead. Not many trainers are even aware about that you need to close the lead. In fact, even I used to make a lot of mistakes. In fact, just 4 days back, Arvind from L'Oreal, he's a Learner's Conclave member, and he shared with me as if a lot of people, they do close the sale. At that time, I realized, yeah, even I don't close the sale. So it's very important to close the sale. Have that empowerment to close that sale. Don't keep it, you know, you are feeling that the other person will close it. Other person will feel that you are closing it. Business is coming to you. You are not closing the sale. So it's important for sales. Sales means marketing is reaching out to people. Sales is when they reach out to you. They are buying your services. So that's the basic difference in marketing, and people in training industry especially, they confuse between marketing and sales. If you ask them what is your challenge, they will say sales. They talk about धंधा नहीं है, sales नहीं है. But are you doing marketing? If you are not doing marketing, then why? How will the lead come in and how will that sales happen? So that's very important part of for any trainer to understand. There is a difference between marketing and sales. Once we have sold and searched well. When I started, I was not knowing about entrepreneurship, and in my Khandan, no one has done so much of entrepreneurship and all. So I used to have a WhatsApp group, and I used to tell people to come and you'll get discounted price. And I should not keep a follow up of a lot of things. I made a lot of mistakes. I don't want people deliver on your promises. Now what we have done enough of research of what are the segments, emerging trainers, aspiring trainers who have 1 or 2 years experience, 2 to 10 years of experience, evolving trainers, 10 years plus you have experience, established trainers. What are the needs of these trainers? What we can offer them? How we can measure them? So we can deliver on those promises. When we are taking money for some services of us, there's a tick mark. I'm offering you this. Have I offered you this? So the other person will, yeah, you have given me what you have given me. So that kind of understanding, so that customers are happy with you. Are you over delivering to your promises? So deliver those promises, whatever you have kept. If I tell you I'll give you this, that means I will give you this. On papers, I'm telling you I'll give you this. So be very clear about deliver your promises, whatever. That's an important element. That's the seventh element which we spoke about. Eighth element is be very uh, innovative and creative about. But one caution, like a person like me, I'll get 10, 20 ideas a day. I'll call up Elroy or Samir and discuss, hey, yeah, idea aa gaya. And then we start as well. But then we don't look into the logical conclusion of that. There are wonderful initiatives which I had launched. It was called as ITC Young Brigade, wherein you teach the age group of 6 to 14 years what is not taught in school. Wonderful concept. But we started, and then after that we didn't took it to where actually it should belong to. So be very cautious about what are you launching. I had launched ITC for women empowerment groups recently. Indian Training Industry Manual. A lot of ideas will come into your mind that I know I need to do this, I need to do this, but think through it, okay, how that logical end will come to that whatever you are thinking. So be very innovative, do something which is not done. And it's possible if you keep on thinking about your target audience and how can make an impact in their life. You will be much more innovative and creative in whatever you do. That's the eighth element. And ninth element is one of important ones, because this will really help you, is building your advisory board or people who are known to you, and these people will actually help you to come out of it. In fact, I had gone through a tough time for last 2 months, and last 1 month 10 12 senior trainers who came forward, and then we discussed about it. I told him that I'm just wondering कि करना क्या है after 5 6 years of my, what am I doing, how can I serve better. And then they gave so much of insights and this, and then we structured it, and Sanjay and this, and everyone contributed to it. And then it's like we created something which we are launching next week, to the training world. So it happens when you have an advisors, and go back to them, tell them, Okay, this is what I've done, this is what the results are, this is what is happening. They feel happy about it if you are growing. I got a call from a dear friend of mine. She's starting a company and she has a nice advisory board of, around 5 to 10 distinguished people in the industries and across in her advisory board. And she said, Asif, I want you to be in the advice. And these are seniors, CEOs and MDs and blah, blah, blah in her advisory board. People would love to have you in their advisory board if they understand what value you can get on table. To get, you can be on advisory board of a lot of people to guide them, mentor them, okay, how things happen. You can ask others to get on your advisory board. But once you take some advices, it's better that you follow it up. Suppose I have taken a lot of decisions in last 1.5 months and I'm launching these services. Every 3 months I will be going and sharing with my advisory board, yes sir, this is what has happened, this is the revenue done, this is the impact done, this is what happened, this is what happened, this is what happened, this is what happened. So what happened, every year they will get to know, okay, if I give some advice to Asif, he will think through it whether this can be done, he will discuss with, and then we'll take a call whether karna hai ki nahi karna hai to kya hua. Then that advisory board will also feel that you take some decisions. Otherwise, if you're not, once you have gone to that person and you have taken some advice from that person and you're not done that, next time do you think you can go to back to that same person and ask them, I want an advice on this issue? Every time you come and you don't take that advice, that person will lose interest in you. It's better to take some advice, go back to them, okay, this is what I have implemented, this is the result, what else could be done. And when you have these 9 elements, first, which what I spoke about is having the right mindset. Right mindset, what I mean by right mindset is should have a serving mindset. In that serving mindset, you should be in training business, it should be impact, it should be profitable, it should be scalable. That's one thing. Do enough research. Who are your target audience? What is the total market size available for me? What are the pain areas? Do enough research for your services. That's the second which I spoke about. Do research. Third spoke about was create a product according to the research. And it's not that research has to be done only once. I have evolved in the last 5 years. My services is completely different to what I was for 5 years back. Completely different. I have a product for, it's called a base camp, boot camp, summit. I have BBD, a book trainer, systematic approach. No, nothing was there. Everything evolved. So you can do a research at a regular interval and understand what are the pain areas and what kind of services they require. So, okay, third one is creating a product for that. You have done updating your knowledge and skills. I know senior trainers doing train the trainer program for 20 times, 50 times, doing that kind of research they get into there. Now if you ask anyone, hey, will you do a systematic approach to training? It's very well designed for the, no, I've done a train the trainer workshop, and that person doesn't know to design a learning outcomes, design a training program, but I've done it. You have done it, but how many times you have mastered that craft? Okay, the third is you have created a product as well, called as created a product, and keep it on a website. Keep it on a website, and if you have created some online modules, if you have created teachables and other places, create those passive income for you as well. That's the fourth part. Fifth part is do enough marketing once you have kept it on a website to other people to come and see your blogs and other offerings, what you want to. Once you have done marketing, then close that sales. When people call you up for your services to know more and more and more and more, close that sales. Once you have done the close sales, because you have delivered, you have promised something, see to it that you deliver in next 1 year or whatever time frame you have. Deliver on your promises. That one happy customer will go and talk to 10 other or 100 other happy customers. That's very important, to deliver on your promises. Be innovative and creative. Come up with new ideas, new things which have never been done for your target audience. How do you engage them? How do you give them value? And lastly is like have that advisory board. Where is the organization standing now? Where does the organization wants to grow in 5 years, 1 year, every quarter? Review that. So anyways, if you take care of these 9 elements only, you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to share my experiences. I share all these experiences. There are a lot of repetition as well, but what happens is one second. What happens is there are certain elements which has to be done. A lot of people skip it. Even I'm like, ये मेरे लिए नहीं है कि ये अभी नहीं है, मतलब ये नहीं करना है. I know that that's important, but I will not look into it because that's uncomfortable. Change is not easy. You have done it. What I tell to myself, I have done it my own way, the way I have to done it. I'm not seeing results. Then I'll listen to someone and do it. And I have faith in that person because that person has built crores of rupees organization and he's telling Asif do this way. I have that faith in that person and I'm doing it. So that way, don't try to, you do the your way or you ask someone and if you want to follow that way, follow that way. But don't try to, squeeze in something, being comfortable and trying to do things the way you want to do it and you want a complete different results. That doesn't happen. Anyways, anyone wants to ask any questions, you can ask me any questions. Okay, analytics on social media platforms is important. So anyways, thank you so much. I'll give you my number 9967352331. If you are into training business and if you want to scale up, we are very focused now and offering very specific what are some of the best ways to market oneself and one's product. Shankar sir, you're doing an awesome work, and so it's great to both organic and non-organic. So with that, there should be a strategic plan. Suppose for you have emotional intelligence workshop. Now you have emotional intelligence workshop and you have online modules as well. So depending upon which target audience you want to impact, with this target audience you want to impact, you'll first create an ask any digital marketing expert. Now you have to create an avatar. Okay, how does your target audience look like? What are their preferences? What is it all about? What are the challenges what they are facing? Once you understand that, okay, this is the challenges faced by my target audience, these are my target audience, then you create this in marketing. It's called as IDA. IDA, everyone knows about IDA. Is first you grab an attention of your this thing. First you have to have such creatives which will grab an attention, and we can discuss one to one specifically what could be done. So grab attention. Then comes what happens is interest. Once you grab an attention of that person is watching that video or this, how many seconds they are, how about your interest, have you created the desire for that person to take action, and what action that person has taken. That principle of idea is followed world over by all the brands. So if you do that in your organic or inorganic, and then have a strategically, okay, what contest I will run, what will I do, how will I go about, what kind of one-to-ones I will have, what kind of webinars I will have, how can I do cross-sell, upsell, and blah blah blah. There are various so we can have a structure around it, and it's all about just understanding your target audience, what are the challenges and what challenges I'm trying to address. We have created, we have taken for inputs from you all. Okay, what are the segments we should cater to? Emerging trainers, evolving trainers, established trainers. Then I realized every different segment of trainers had different challenges. How I can give value added service to an established trainers. They want marketing. These people, they want more of skill building. These people more of content. And so everyone evolves over a period of time. And yes, you will also evolve over a period. But marketing for senior professionals, that's period. Every single day marketing, paid marketing, and which I'll also be doing, and I'll be asking a lot of senior trainers to do it. Paid marketing. Once your product and services are ready, it's period. Every single day. It's not an expense. It's you're building up your brand. You're building up your so. Not many people, they don't do it as well. They feel that it's an expense. It's an expense, not an expense. You're building your brand. Your brand, when people talk about you, please give me some more details on market research. Should we do it ourselves? You can do it. Market research is very expensive affair. You can do, create some Google link. If you reach out, it's all about reaching out. I wanted to do something for pharma industry. I will talk to 5, 10, 20 people I have. I'll take some references from them. I'll create some link. I'll personally talk to them, send them the link, understand, talk to a couple of people. And over a period of time, and therefore I wanted to do, revamp my services. Revamp my services. What we did is we asked, all our well wishers, 10 to 12 trainers, senior trainers all across India, who said, we want your help, I want your support. What does a trainer require? Everyone gave a laundry list of things. When we try to bucket those services, this is a research. What I'm talking about now is what we have done. We have done a research. Not research is not about only going and you talking to 50 people, 100 people. That's a research. Take their inputs, bucket those, understand, okay, these are the challenges for the trainer faces. This is how we can bucket it. This is how we can bucket it. This is what we can do. It's all about understanding your target audience. And it doesn't happen one day, 1 week. It's been 5 years, I'm still understanding them. So it's like you'll keep on understanding your target audience, you'll evolve over a period of time. So that we can discuss one-to-one as well. What are the other things what we can do? Any other questions you can always ask me. I'll be more than happy to share my insights about how things can be changed and how things. It just requires your passion and commitment. Trust me, nothing else. It just requires your passion and commitment. If you're very clear about what you want to do. A lot of trainers, what I have seen is they don't understand that every platform is an opportunity for them to showcase their talent to the world. I repeat, every platform is an opportunity for them to showcase their talent to the world. You go to the Facebook page, what not they write? They are not writing the challenges for the target audience you're facing and how that person can address them. Writing anything, posting anything, that's irrelevant. Some people are doing an exceptional job writing the right things, but not even telling they have some services to sell. 9 times you give some value to people, 1 time you talk about your product. If I don't talk about my product, I have a product for emerging trainers, evolving trainers, established trainers, these are the challenges, marketing, I'll help you this. Secondly, I have a product, if you want to create your online modules, I have a product if you want to learn marketing, this is be a book trainer, if you want to learn about training, it's a systematic. If I don't talk about my product, how will the world know about my product? So 9 times you help the target audience, 1 time you talk about your services. People don't mind, but don't just market flyer, मेरा वर्कशॉप है, क्यों आएगा तुम्हारा वो प्लेटफॉर्म पे? सिर्फ बेचते हो 9 टाइम्स मार्केट करो. एक बार किसी ट्रेनर का जाके 4 प्लेटफॉर्म्स है, फेसबुक देखो क्या लिखता है, समझ में आ जाए थॉट प्रोसेस क्या है, उसका बिजनेस माइंडसेट है क्या. वन इज लाइक what is he writing on Facebook regularly, what is he writing on LinkedIn regularly, how consistent they are, how many people are following them. Everything can be seen, everything, all the mindset can be seen. Facebook, LinkedIn, Insta, YouTube, how exactly that person is working hard in their craft can be seen by the world. It can be seen how consistent you are, how you are growing day after day. You have to make progress. Progress is like one step at a time. I'll tell you, if I want to write 20 books in 20 years. Oh my God, 20 books. 1 book a year. 1 step at a time. It's very simple. 1 book a year. Secondly, I want to have 25,000 posts. I just have to have 15 minutes, half an hour, 3 posts or 4 posts a day. Done. 25,000 posts in 20 years. Just small things what you are doing daily, cumulatively it will have an effect. When I started connecting with trainers, at that time it was around 19. Now my reach is around 14,208. This year I will reach to 1 lakh people. 1 day at a time. That's it. You don't have to worry about it. Kaisa pochega hoga. Every single day are you working on your craft, and you can see that happening. LinkedIn, when I started 9 months, 10 months back, now my LinkedIn connection is how much? It's around 12,415. It's huge. 1 day at a time, every single day, from morning till evening, are you working on your craft? Today morning I got up at 3:45 a.m. Whenever I get up, I start working on my craft. I start building on my mindset. I work on my this. I work on this. It's very clear. So I want you to do this. These are small, small things. But if you do it, you can create a huge, huge difference in this world. And I personally, every trainer will be a brand worldwide. In next 20 years, I'll make a huge difference in this world. So I promise that. Just follow what I'm trying to tell you. I know it's not that easy, but entrepreneurship is not for everyone. I'm going to write a article about it very soon. Okay, boss, it's for those people who really want to make a huge difference. Otherwise, personally, I feel job is a better option. Personally, if you ask me, job is a better option. It's good, comparatively balanced life and blah blah. Entrepreneurship, initial years of your life, you have to give everything towards it. So thank you so much. लार्ज बनाते जाओ, ठीक है, स्मॉल सर अभी दिन का टाइम है ना सर, कहाँ तुम स्मॉल पैक और लार्ज पैक का बात करो, शाम का टाइम रहेगा तो समझ में आता है सर. ठीक है सर. Thank you so much everyone. Had a great time with you all. I'll keep on coming live and sharing my insights. And do go through people who have just joined this video once again. I hope you will get some insights to follow. Thank you so much once again. Thank you.